What's going on, everybody? This is Philip with Thrifty PS Gamer Reviews. Thank you for stopping by. Today we will be going over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And this game is a game that has come out just this month. It's been out for about a week and a half now. Sorry I'm late for this. I wanted to beat the game before I did a review. Do all the things that I know that need to be done, like, subscribe, do all that, and let's get into the game. This game is made by Tribute Games and .emu. They did the Streets of Rage 4, and I am in love with this game. So, as always, let's start at the top. Let's go graphics. Graphics. I really enjoy the graphics on this. It's clean and crisp enough to be a newer game, and it is still kind of dot matrixy look to kind of give you some of that nostalgia feel. Now, obviously, the backgrounds, everything looks smooth and buttery fresh, and I love that. The fighting is really good in it. The graphics that each character has, I really enjoy. I cannot praise this game enough for the look and the direction that Tribute Games took on it. Could they have done something a little bit more polished? Sure. Do I think they needed to with the type of game that they were doing? Absolutely not. I think they nailed the perfect mix of nostalgia and new hardware. Let's just say it that way. I think they did the perfect mix of bringing the game into the new era. With that being said, the game does run at a 60 frames per second click. The only time that anybody has seen it drop really is when there's a ton of people on screen. Also, all of this footage was captured from the PS5 with my son and I playing. He is 8 years old. He absolutely loves the game. He loves playing with Dad, and so as a dad, that just makes my day. Let's hop into story. Story, there, you know, it's it's a side scroller action beat 'em up. There's not much of a story. There is one, but there's not much. And honestly, I think they did a good enough job of making it feel fun and interesting, and yeah, that's really all I can say on the story. There's not much of one, but the game doesn't suffer from it. There's just enough to make you kind of know why you're going to go to the next level and do the next thing, and I have really, other than it being super short and not being very in depth, it's a decent story for a beat 'em up that the main focus of the game is not to sit there and have this really deep 40-hour, 30-hour, 20-hour story immersion, but to give you just enough to make you actually want to go and beat up some Foot Clan. And that's what this game's story does. The story is told through little breaks in between levels, either at the beginning or at the end, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You get a little snippet. This is what's going on. Shredder is doing his thing. The Foot Clan are invading. You got to take them out. That's your premise. Have fun with it. Now, let's get into some of the gameplay. The gameplay can be co-op 1 to 6, on the couch, local LAN, great. It can also be done multiplayer 1 to 6. And I will be honest, one of the things that I really had high hopes for that didn't happen was that I would be able to do the co-op and then with my son, and then bring in some other players. And as of this video, I don't think you can do that. You can either choose couch co-op or you can choose online multiplayer. And so that's kind of one of the flaws about the gameplay, but really it's not enough for it to matter. I don't like playing a lot of multiplayer anyways. I like having friends over. I like getting on the game together with them and having a blast. And so the gameplay, each turtle has its own style, has its own weapon, of course, has its own special, And I really enjoyed that. They really took the time to make each character feel different, and that was pretty cool, since that doesn't always happen in a lot of these beat 'em ups. They literally made them feel 100% different. Response time on the controllers is great. The game really handles the input and response for the gameplay very well. There were a couple instances that I felt like some of the boss fights were a little janky, like, hey, you're just going to take damage here. And maybe it's because I haven't played and replayed them a lot. That does have an awesome gameplay loop that will keep you coming back, because at the end of the day, the story's not what brought you here. It's the side-scrolling beat-em-up that brought you here. And so that plays back into how I don't think the story is a detriment to this game at all. It's just not. It's the gameplay loop is so solid and so good that you don't really need an amazing gameplay loop. And so let's get into the next thing. That was my gameplay section. Now we have sound. Sound. Sounds really good. It took me back to playing the TMNT 2 arcade game on the Nintendo, or Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. Like, that's exactly what it felt like. As a matter of fact, some of the throws and things are directly pulled from Turtles in Time, which is one of the best, if not the best, Turtles game ever made. I'm leery to say that Shredder's Revenge has probably taken that over. Also, the stage sounds. There are really awesome music soundtrack type songs on here, and I love that. Like, Wu-Tang came and did a song for this game, which I just think is super awesome. And the sounds, the music, all of it fit really well together with this game. I don't think they're shoehorning anything in. I don't think they did anything to kind of take away from the atmosphere of the game. It definitely helped add to it. The voices of the original characters are back. That's really cool. It has the tropey, campy lines. When you fall down a sewer, it has little bubbles that pop up. Like, everything just sounds good. It sounds fun. So, as a pass or play, what should you do with this game? Well, it's $25. If you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you can get it for cheaper. Right now, it's only digital. So, it's on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, computer. It's on everything. So, I would say this game is a definite pickup. You're going to get tons of fun out of it. You don't have to be a fan of the original series. I would get the game. Like, subscribe, comment, and as always, stay thrifty.